Hey guys, it's Dan from MobileBurn.com, and what we've got here for you today is the Nokia Astound from T-Mobile. The Astound is actually known as the C7 worldwide, but Nokia has branded it as the Astound for America, so that's what we'll know it as. So we're going to do a quick unboxing and feature tour for you. So let's take a look. Opening the box, you got the phone itself. Just put that to the side for now. Then you've got a start guide instruction manual that T-Mobile is including with it. Pretty standard fare there. Underneath that, you've got stereo earbuds. And there's stereo sound earbuds with a microphone, the button that you can answer or hang up on phone calls with. It's a 3.5mm size jack there. Then we've got the AC adapter. The AC adapter has a 2mm micro plug from Nokia, the one that's been around forever. We're kind of still surprised that Nokia is still packaging this with the phones, to be honest with you, but there it is. And then what looks like the world's shortest micro USB cable. And that's it. Pretty straightforward as far as accessories go. Get that stuff out of the way. Taking a look at the phone itself, what you got here is a 3.5-inch screen. It's 640 by 360 pixels of resolution. So it's a little bit different than your standard resolution that you see on most smartphones. On the front, you've got a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera, earpiece for phone calls, obviously Nokia badge there, looks like a light sensor as well. Over here, I don't know if you guys can really see, but it kind of belies its C7 roots there. It still says C7 on the front of it. T-Mobile has not changed that. Down at the bottom, you've got 3 buttons. 2 of them are integrated into the front of the device. It's very flat and smooth. You can see you've got a send button and an end button there, and then in the middle is a menu button. And that's it for the front of the device. Very straightforward, very clean and smooth. It's got a chrome bezel that surrounds the device here. Kind of goes around the whole thing. The device itself is pretty thin though, as you can see. It's thin, it's got good weight to it. Weighs about 130 grams, so it's definitely a solid feeling phone. Great hardware as Nokia usually produces. Down at the bottom you've got a lanyard jack there. On the side here we've got the camera key. This here is a spring-loaded unlock and lock key that you can easily lock and unlock your phone with that. Above that you've got dual volume jacks, or volume buttons here, up and down, and in the middle is a voice dial button. These look like the same exact buttons that were ripped off the E71 from a few years back. On top you've got a power button here, 3.5mm headphone jack. Underneath this flap you've got your micro USB port there for data. And then on the side here is the 2.5mm power jack. Now the micro USB port will charge the phone as well, so you can charge using either the USB cable from a computer, or if you have a micro USB AC adapter, or even a car charger, you can charge your phone up if you did not want to use the 2mm jack there. Micro USB is much more popular, so you're more likely to have accessories for that than for that, unless you're got a large amount of Nokia devices in the past. On the back here, we've got a metal battery cover here. Above that is an 8-megapixel EDOF camera. It's extended depth of field, which means that it does not autofocus. Flash there, and then next to the camera and the flash are the speaker grills. So another interesting thing on the back of the battery cover, I don't know if you guys can see here, it says Nokia C7-00, which was actually the prototype code for this phone. The battery cover is actually metal, pretty solid feeling. Typical Nokia quality. Underneath there you've got the battery, SIM card slot, and underneath the battery gives you access to the micro SD slot. The Astound does not come pre-packaged with a micro SD card. It does have 8 GB of storage built into it, and it accepts up to 32 GB for the card there. The battery itself is a 1200 milliamp battery. So that gives you a quick tour of the hardware on the Nokia Astound. Like I was saying, it's a very solid feeling device, very nice hardware build quality. Nokia never disappoints when it comes to build quality on their smartphones, and this one certainly carries on that tradition. And then next we're going to take a look at the software. Alright, so here we got the Nokia Astound powered up and set up with some of our accounts here, so we can demo it for you. Once it's powered on, you can really see how nice the screen is. It's an AMOLED screen, so colors are really great. Viewing angles are very good as well, as you can kind of see in the video here. Doesn't wash out. doesn't change when you rotate or give very horizontal viewing angles. It's capacitive touchscreen. What Nokia has done here is they've given you 3 home screens that you can pan through. Wake this guy back up. 3 home screens that you can pan through by swiping left and right on the screen here. You can also navigate through the screens by pressing the button here. It jumps between the different screens available. There's a bunch of widgets that you can access on the home screen here that you can use shortcuts, information, stuff like that. Giving you a clock widget. You can change your profile there. Access visual voicemail. Gives you some shortcuts to mail and contacts. OV maps there for navigation and the browser. Below that you've got an email box widget, quick calendar widget, and then Nokia's social network widget that will pan through Facebook updates and Twitter updates for you. Over here you've got, this phone is actually capable of using T-Mobile's Wi-Fi calling feature, so it gives you that. You can turn that on and utilize that. Below that is a Slacker radio widget, another music widget for music that's stored on the phone itself. Some demo stuff here. You've got you can access T-Mobile's app store that's preloaded on it. Looks like they've preloaded Fruit Ninja as well. And then you can access the full OV store and the YouTube app. Then there's a top app widget there, and then this phone, as you can see, actually is enabled with NFC, and there's a toggle there that you can turn that on and off with that little widget. Over here you've got like a favorite contacts widget. You can scroll through here, favorite contacts, and easily access them. A search widget very similar to Google search box that you see on Android. Preloaded is an AccuWeather widget for an AccuWeather.com weather application. Then below you've got some shortcuts to quickly use applications like the camera and CBS News and other pictures, stuff like that. If you hit the call button, it brings up your dialer pad. Pretty straightforward. You can go ahead and dial numbers there. This button down here is a menu button. Pressing that once will open up the main menu that's offered. You got your standard things: calendar, contacts, messaging, web browser, access your social feeds. You can access games and apps that are preloaded on the device. You can see we've got some game demos there.